Hi everyone, it's Jesse here from LED86. I wanted to do another video today because today I got in some parts from a company from Japan called Indicator, and they do gauge face kits for the 86 and the BRZ. So I really like their products. You can tell just from the photos and stuff that they take a lot of time and effort into making some really quality parts. So I wanted to do this unboxing video to sort of show you what you get when you open the boxes. So as you can see here, you got 3 boxes. This big one's got the meter panels and gauge face inside. This one's your little needle caps, and this one's like your meter rings. So to start off, put these ones to the side. Save the big one for last. Now the needle caps come in either just your flat chrome or your sort of metallic black. So this is probably the only option of colors you can get. So you can see these two here. There's 4 caps. So these will be like your speedo, your fuel, your oil and stuff like that. And these are your black ones. So I'll take one out of each bag and just sort of give you a close-up so you can see what it looks like. And these are all actually metal, they're not plastic or anything. And I had a little look before at some of these parts and you can tell they're really well made. Okay, so here is your chrome, and this one's your black. So very similar, just a little bit different, depending on how you want to sort of style your car. Now we'll put those aside. So each one will come with 4, like I said, your speedo, your oil, stuff like that. So those are the needle caps. Next up is the meter rings. In this box we just have some instructions that just goes over how to install the meter rings. And this does come with English instructions as well, and they're very detailed instructions. You can pretty much think of this kit as like building a Lego set. Each piece just goes over the top of the other piece, so it's pretty straightforward to do. Just take your time. And I'll probably do a video of like a time lapse of myself installing for my own demo car at a later stage. So the meter rings, you get 3 pieces, 2 outside, 1 inside. So let's have a little look. Again, these are all full metal pieces, no plastic. Very accurately machine made. The middle piece has actually got a little bit of weight to it. Like, it feels quite solid. Doesn't feel like it's going to flex or bend or anything. So that looks very nice. So that would be your 3 meter rings, which kind of go around the outside like that. I think in the box there's probably some little tape that you use just to stick that down. So those are the meter rings. I'll just put these to the side. And now let's check out the last piece. So in this box, this is the main box, and this has like the actual gauge face itself. Now these pieces are really, especially in the metal, in the premium kit you'll get the metal face, which I'll show you in a sec, and I'll explain the base kit as well. So this is the meter panel itself, which you get in the premium kit. It's very, very thin, maybe only 1 or 2 mil. So you need to be very gentle with this when you get the kit. Just don't bend it, otherwise you're going to ruin it. It's very, very thin piece. So these are all your lights and stuff on your dash. Because this is a Japanese product, they do get a couple of extra lights which might not apply to your own car if you're in Australia or the US. If that's going to bother you, if say for example you're from Australia and you get this kit and it's got a snow light here, so we don't have a snow function, what would happen is nothing would show there. So if that's going to bother you, that you have this non-functioning light, then maybe this isn't the kit for you. But for those that aren't too worried about just having one little light or 1 or 2 that don't do anything, you're probably never going to notice it anyway. So that is the meter panel, and that's part of the premium kit. Now we'll get that out of the way. Got to be really careful with this. And then under this we have the rest of the gauge face. Okay, so this is the gauge panel itself. So if we take this out, you get this little, like a little spanner. It's to help get the needle caps off and stuff when you're installing it. So in here we have the panels themselves. So the first piece, and again these are very thin, very delicate, so take your time and don't bend them. So this is the face that will replace the existing one. This face here is kind of the light diffuser, so it will help make proper cutouts of the shapes, which then transfer into this, which then transfer into the metal face. So this part goes down first, this one second, and then the metal face third. And then you'd start reassembling, putting all these on, your needle caps, recalibrating the needles, stuff like that. So it's pretty easy to install. You just got to take your time, make sure you're getting things right. I think maybe the most difficult part is just calibrating the needles, and it explains that in detail in the instructions, which are just here. So you shouldn't have much trouble trying to do that. You can see this is all English instructions too, which is really good. And I've had a read of this and I helped them just get the wording right for English, just to make it a bit easier for us to understand. So it's not really a broken English instruction, it's proper instructions there. So the difference between, say, your base kit and your premium kit. Now in the base kit you're going to get these panels, your meter rings, and your needle caps. If you want to find out prices, check on the website. I should be adding them soon, which is led86.com.au. So that would be your base kit. And in the premium kit, it would step up and include the metal panel as well. So that's the main difference with base kit and premium. Base kit pretty much is just all these parts, and then the premium kit includes the metal panel as well. Just regarding different models, like say for example Australian, we have the GT86 and the GTS86, and also the Subaru BRZ. The GTS and the BRZ is the same thing pretty much, and the GT is kind of like our base model, which is very similar to the US spec, whereas our GTS BRZ is very similar to the Japan spec. Now, at least in Australia, our GT doesn't have this digital speedo window. It's either here or here. Pretty sure it's this one. You can get this base kit without that window. So say for example, if you have a GT, you can get that and it won't have that window cut out. So, you know, this kit isn't going to give you a digital speedo, so just keep that in mind. So if you have a GT, it's best to go non-window. and just be filled in here. However, the premium kit only has this option with the window cutout. So if you have a GTS or a BRZ, or even the guys in America, they have the digital speedo standard. So you could get this window cutout version with the premium, no problem. Same with Australia for the BRZ or the GTS, same thing, you'll have no problem. But for the GT in Australia, if you got the premium kit, you would have this window filled in, but you would have this window cut out here because this doesn't have the option either way. So what that means is you're going to have this little blank window that's just going to be black here. It's not going to function or anything. So again, if that's something that's going to bother you, then it's probably not a kit for you. But if you can overlook something small like that, like just having that window cut blank and a couple of the lights which don't function for our cars, then go right ahead. Here you can kind of see what it will look like as well. So just keep that in mind if you do have a GT and you don't want the window cut out and you get the premium, it's still going to have that cutout here on the metal plate, which isn't going to serve any function. It's just going to be black. Also, these do come in either kilometers per hour or miles per hour. So if you're in the US or another country that has miles per hour, you can get that version, no problem. These will probably be switched around and we'll have it here. If you're in Australia, Canada, Japan, kilometers per hour. So you can do that either way. So I hope that helps some people. I can really vouch for the quality for all these pieces. They're really finely made. It took probably a lot of time and accuracy to make these parts. And I can't wait to install it on my own car and get maybe some videos or some photos or something. And so stay tuned, and should have a video of that pretty soon. If you have any questions, send me an email or contact me on Facebook through the video channel, stuff like that. But as always, just keep an eye out, ask me any questions, and if you're interested in a set, just get in contact with me. I can check how much stock they have and get back to you and get one out to you as soon as I can. As for prices, just check the website, because being exchange rates always changing, so just check with me on that as well, and I'll let you know. Alright, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.